Hey guys, so let's do a quick test of the wide dynamic range feature of the KDLinks X1 Dashcam. It has this feature that they advertise WDR, or wide dynamic range. Basically the idea is when you activate the feature, you're going to get a brighter image at night. You're going to get more information in the shadows and the highlights to give you a wider dynamic range. I'm curious to see how well it works. So let's take a look at some comparison footage with the feature turned on and turned off and just kind of see what it does. So here's an example of an intersection. We're stopped right here. We've got the feature turned off, and you'll notice when we turn it on, everything kind of gets brighter, right? To simplify things, we're going to use just still images here rather than the moving images. So let's take a look. Here again is the feature turned off. You'll notice the blacks are pretty black. When we turn the feature on, everything gets brighter, right? A good example of where you can see the difference is going to be right over here. At this bus stop, you'll notice with the feature turned off, we don't really have much information over here in the shadows. However, with the feature turned on, you can see everything kind of brightens up and we're able to see kind of what's going on over there. Same thing with any of the windows, it's all just kind of dark and bright. We'll go back and forth a couple times. So you can see turned off, pretty dark, turned on, it brightens things up, so it seems like it's working pretty well. Let's take a look at another example here of another intersection. So we've got, you can see everything is kind of dark. Go ahead and flip the feature on, you can see everything does brighten up a little bit. And the lighting's a little bit different, the framing is a little bit different, but you'll get the idea. A good place to look is actually going to be right up here. Take a look at how dark it is. We flip it on, you can see now we're going to have a little bit more detail going on here at the top of this building. Go back and forth. That's a really good example of you can just see the extra shadow detail and how it kicks in, right? So, cool. Next example. Wide dynamic range. So we've got, we're sitting here at a gas station. We've got a bright gas station over here, all lit. We have kind of this little bonfire in the street over there. So let's see. We'll flip it on. Let's go back and forth a couple times. So you can see it makes a little bit of a difference. So basically, it's kind of brightening up this area, makes it a little bit bluer. It's definitely, again, boosting the shadows. But the main thing is, if we look up here, you can see a difference up there too. See the building? Now you don't. So again, you can see it's just kind of bringing up the shadow area. In terms of the highlights, I'm not seeing any highlights being restored there, but that kind of makes sense. That area is going to be pretty blown anyways. So I don't expect a lot of extra highlight detail, but it seems like it's mostly the shadows that it's boosting. Let's take a look at another example. Parked over here on the side of the road, got it turned off. We turn it on. Oh, okay, yeah, that definitely boosts everything. See, going back and forth, the orange glows definitely, it grows more with that feature turned on. And we can see a little bit more over here with the building. Okay, cool. Let's take a look at another one. Okay, so parked on the side of the road here again behind this guy. And actually, let's take a look. Can you see what it says up here? It's really hard to read with the feature turned off. This is actually a great example of the feature. So turned off, it's really tough to read what it says up there. However, if we turn the feature on, we can actually see it says cleaners. So we're parked here by cleaners. You can actually see the cleaners and the shirts here inside the building. Turn it off. Can't read it. Turn it on. We can. So that's actually a really good example. Makes it a lot easier to read what's going on there in the shadows. Wow. Okay, that's a great example. Cool. And then finally, our last one is going to be a similar thing. Parked over here on the side of the road. And let's just flip back and forth. And again, we can see that it's just bringing out a lot more of the shadow detail. It kind of brings out the colors a bit too. So you can see kind of over on, if we take a look on this side, you can see it's definitely bringing everything up. No doubt about it. And same thing over here, if we look over there, it's bringing out a little bit more information. Not a crazy ton, but enough to bring out some more detail. And if we're trying to see and figure out what's going on at night, definitely a helpful feature. Another thing I did with this final one, I compared it with my GoPro. I used the Hero4 Black, which is like the current, top of the line one. Take a look at this. So this is the frame from the GoPro. I know it's a little bit, the framing is a little bit different. It's a different camera, right? So it's going to look a little bit different, but you'll notice right here the color, it's not going to be quite as saturated. It looks pretty similar. This is with the feature turned off, WDR off, and this is the GoPro, so they're actually kind of similar. You'll notice it's going to be sharper here with the KDLinks image. The GoPro is definitely going to be softer, right? So softer here, you can't read the plate quite as well, versus here it pops out more. So that's actually one of the differences I've noticed. I'll do a different test talking about sharpness and image quality, but talking about just dynamic range, we can take a look. Pretty similar in that sense. So over here, maybe looks like it's a little bit more blown. GoPro has a little bit more highlight detail. We can actually see what's going on there. However, if we turn on, let's see, WDR, it doesn't look like it restores all that much. Maybe a little bit of the shadow or the highlight detail right there. A little bit, but not a ton, versus the GoPro. It's pretty similar to the camera with WDR off. If we turn WDR back on, we got even more details. It looks like in terms of low light capacity, the best is going to be the KDLinks camera. And then if we turn it off, we obviously lose some of the shadow detail. Compared to the GoPro, it's pretty similar to the KDLinks with the feature turned off. So yeah, it looks like it actually does better than the current top-of-the-line GoPro. The images are sharper, and we've got more shadow detail at night. So very interesting. Good job there, KDLinks. That's well done. So anyways, cool. Quick comparison between the cameras, the GoPro, and, you know, of course, primarily the KDLinks one. Link in the video description if you want to check out the camera on Amazon. So anyways, there we go. There is a quick test of the wide dynamic range feature of this camera. And yeah, that's a cool example. Look at that. We can see the word cleaners. Now you see me. Now you don't. Now you see me. Now you don't. Okay, cool. That was fun. Thanks for watching. Bye.